country that this world has ever seen. All right, what's going on, America? We have a huge day today. Just bring me the thing. You don't have to crawl on the ground.
You didn't shut the door.
Okay, I just got my notes. My show notes today.
Just walk, Todd. We're going to risk hitting cameras.
Yeah, just walk, Todd. Here comes Todd across the. There he is. All right. We realized right before the show that
literally 1 minute into the countdown.
I was like, something's wrong. I feel like the desk is empty or something. And I was like, oh, I don't have my show notes. All right. Anyway, we have a big episode for you guys today, ladies and gentlemen. We really watched as pro-baby killing, women raping Hamas Palestine supporters stormed the White House, desecrated monuments, picked fights with Secret Service agents, and not a single thing is being talked about in mainstream media about it. But yet we have people in January 6th that literally just pulled the mask off of a police officer facing 7 years in prison. On top of that, we have the CIA in Israel. We also have nukes being discussed in Israel. And we're going to talk about all that. We're going to let you guys know what's actually going on. Russia's pulling some crap. Oh, but don't worry, because they want you to know that MAGA supporters and Christians are the biggest threat to America. We have a jam-packed episode for you today, but before we get started, we got to get a little business out of the way first. We need you to hit that like button. Yes, I know. I see everybody in the comment. Hit the like button, Graham. Hit the like. Look, I don't make the algorithm rules, okay? The algorithm for Rumble goes, the more you hit that like button, the more people see the show, the more people can come into the live feed in the chat, and you also need to hit that follow button. It's a green little follow button here on Rumble, because then you're alerted when we're live. If you love what we're doing, you like what we're doing, comment in the chat and share this far and wide, because we got to get into the show now. Producer Zach, I almost said producer Todd. Producer Zach is here.
He's the assistant to the producer.
All right.
He actually set up everything today.
And now, assistant producer / hot seat Todd.
What's up, guys?
No, assistant to the producer.
Assistant to the producer, hot seat Todd.
Yeah.
If you had seen The Office, you would get that reference. Todd has not seen The Office.
I haven't.
Ladies and gentlemen, destroy him. Destroy him in the chat.
I've
right
seen
now.
everything else.
Destroy Todd. He's not seen The Office. He hadn't seen Parks and Rec. I don't even know what to do, because if he's not a young Ron Swanson, I'm not Graham Allen.
That's a fact.
Oh,
That's,
he really. You are Ron Swanson.
I'm telling
he
you,
really is.
he's Ron Swanson. Before you. Okay, all right, let's get into it here.
I've seen the clips. Does
All
that
right,
count?
there are very few funny things to talk about here, but we do have to talk about the degradation of our society. Starting off with Chris. Well, actually, no. I want to start off with the girl tattoo. All right, now there's love, and then there's true love, and then there's morons, and these are the people that are voting in our world. Nothing. You always heard the bad luck of getting what? Are they tearing you up?
Yeah, everybody's they're eating my lunch.
Good,
man.
and you deserve it.
They're eating my lunch.
The greatest shows in the history of the world. All right. We've always heard, everyone's heard about the jinx of getting a lover's name tattooed on you. Well, this girl takes it a step further. I bet she has kids. I bet she's probably even a middle school teacher today's day and age. Here we go, girl getting a tattoo on her head for your viewing pleasure.
This is beautiful, man. God, like...
Kevin! What I love the most is the tweet says she's forever doomed her life to only be able to date people named Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah, go look at it. Ooh, it looks good, girl.
God,
Ooh, it looks good.
Why?
Oh,
I love it.
I love it. Okay, all right. Next.
Why would you do that?
Next up, we
If you notice, she did not have a wedding ring on her finger.
right, because
you shocked?
her man is wearing a tank top, basketball shorts, and sandals with socks on. But either way, whatever you imagine in your mind, just imagine it there. All right. Let's do the protecting girls. Next, we've got this is women's lacrosse, and this is a trans. What is it if it's the dude pretending to be a girl?
Trans woman.
It's a trans woman. So it's a dude who is playing lacrosse
With a bunch of girls.
with a bunch of women, and naturally he destroys them and knocks the girl's teeth out. Here we go. Here's a good way to protect women in our world.
Bam.
Yeah, that hurt. How is this any different than domestic violence? How is this any different? Oh, by the way, I saw they're opening up an official investigation about the dude who thunder kicked.
It's not lacrosse, it's field hockey.
Oh, field.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, person that played field hockey in college. Wow, man. Look, hey, man, it's Monday. All right, my back hurts. I ain't got time for
But how horrible
for
think how
semantics
horrible
right
that
now.
guy has got to actually be to like not be able to make men's field hockey.
Well, no.
I mean,
no,
there can't be
that,
that much competition.
Like, that dude, apparently that team, Swamp Scott or whatever, won 2-0, and the dude scored both goals.
no, of course
course
he
he
did.
I mean, like...
He probably just threw it from the other end of the field and made it into the net.
Like,
At this point,
Or like imagine he's probably coming up and like as hard as he was throwing, the poor goalie's probably scared to death.
But
yeah.
back to the thing where Todd was wrong. The hockey thing where the dude died because he caught a skate in the neck.
oh, yeah.
They reviewed the footage even more, and he kicks him twice. He kicks him twice.
I was wrong on that one.
Now there's an official investigation going on.
Definitely wrong
should
on that
this
one.
dude face?
And apparently that guy leads the league. The guy that did the kicking, he leads the league in like penalties or whatever. Like he's an official hocky goon.
yeah.
So-
He's like Goon,
Yeah,
the movie
well,
Goon. Yeah,
that's
All
what they're
right.
called. They're called goons.
Speaking of Goon, here is Chris Christie, who now,
quack.
when he gets booed by people who hate him, which is a lot of people,
Most people.
most sane people, he now tells you that you are the problem for even questioning him. Just listen to this, this poetry in motion by a moron.
And will not make this country better. Your anger against the truth is reprehensible.
Your weight is reprehensible.
Man, that daggum podium. Look at that
That
thing, man.
podium is
That
screaming
podium.
When
right
you think
now.
about
Dude.
the problems,
Get off me.
when you think about the problems that our country and this world is facing, when you think about that, this type of pettiness
Pettiness?
is beneath
Good Lord.
They don't
man.
like you, dude.
the process of electing a president.
What?
Yeah.
This is coming from a guy that is literally 3 M&Ms away from holy
And as people watch today,
Listen, here we go. Listen to
if
this.
your arguments are so strong,
Listen to this
if
pretentious.
your arguments are so great and mine are so bad,
Yes.
then just keep quiet. Let me make my awful arguments, and then you can just reject them out of hand. But the problem is you fear the truth.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah,
The problem
Here we
is
go.
Yeah.
you want to shout down any voice that says anything different than
Yes.
what you want to hear.
That's the First Amendment, you
And-
moron.
You can continue to do it, and believe me,
Correct.
believe me, it doesn't bother me one bit.
Then why are you talking
Yeah,
about
Yeah,
like,
he
for
talks about
real.
it all the time.
Like,
First, go ahead.
I know as Christians, we're not supposed to hate people, but, oh, man, this guy's pushing it.
We can severely dislike people.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I severely
I
dislike
don't want
him.
Chris Christie to go to hell,
No, me either.
but I don't want him at my house.
No, thanks. Don't. We're replacing floor joists.
Look. First of all, can we get a round of applause for the real winner of that, which was the belt manufacturer
Yes,
that held up Chris Christie's
and
pants?
whoever built that
I'm
podium,
telling ya.
you're building my next
Man,
house.
that is, those are the
Yeah,
same people
those
that
are the
built
heroes.
the Brooklyn Bridge, actually. The
Yeah,
people that
I
constructed
believe
that
it.
podium. All right,
Yeah.
first of all, look, here's the thing. The world has changed, okay? We know what your views are, Chris Christie. Like you're on social media all the time. We already know. So we already know that we don't like you. They were at a Florida summit where you weren't the only person there. It's not like it was a Chris Christie rally and
Yeah.
everybody showed up to cause you problems. No, you were speaking at an open Florida summit where a bunch of people got to talk. And then when your fat butt got up there, don't nobody like you. You're from Jersey. I thought you'd have thicker skin than that. And also, it's the First Amendment, all right? We already know what your views are, and we have just as much right to yell and holler you down as anybody else. The end. We're really concerned about you. Actually, we're making you work harder. You're losing a little bit of weight. Your blood pressure and your heart rate's going up a little bit. It's just what?
The comments, man.
What?
Conservative Robbins said, "You guys are better people than I am. I want him to go to hell." Like, Robin, come on now. We got to do better.
All right, here we go. We got to move on. We got a lot to talk about today. All right, the Dems know for the first time they're admitting that the 2024 election is in jeopardy for Democrat control. Play this clip right here from MSNBC. Oh,
but
God,
I will
hold
tell
on.
you, this is
Stop.
the first.
Stop. Just look at Jen Psaki. I can't.
Peppermint Patty,
I
man.
can't. Oh, if you one, and she's not doing herself any favor with that hair. Okay.
Not at all.
Just play it.
Ugh.
I'm just going to stop. Just go ahead.
But I will tell you, this is the first time, Jen, that I have felt like the 2024 election is in great trouble for the president and for our Democratic control, which is essential to moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No. So here we go. So this is how it happens. Okay. Now they're going to start talking about it in the media. Not just that Biden's poll numbers are doing bad. They're going to talk about the fact this is the first time that I've felt like the 2024 election is in jeopardy. And then you start to get articles kind of like this. CNN panelists sound alarm on really scary polls showing Biden trailing Trump in key states. What states are those, mind you? Well, let's find out. Aren't they listed right here? Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, and Pennsylvania. Man, those
With
were
Biden only ahead in Wisconsin.
and I want to say that
Barely.
that was by 1% in Wisconsin. So a lot of people did math on this, and they just added up all that plus the gimmies for Trump. They would have Trump at a 300 electoral votes. By the way. So this is how it starts. They start sounding the alarm. They start showing all these other things, and then they're going to introduce what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Big Mike's coming. Big Mike is coming.
Every time.
Big Mike. Michelle Mike Obama is coming. And she's choke slamming everybody because talk about field hockey or lacrosse or rugby, buddy. Michelle Obama is the best of the best. The original transgender. Yes.
And I, honestly, and I'm going to call it here. I know the Republican Party's in trouble because of the diversity that's going on in the party right now.
The
division.
Yeah,
not
I
diversity.
was like diversity.
Not the
God.
diversity.
Oh, sorry.
Not the diversity.
Sorry.
The problem in America is diversity.
Yeah, exactly. Is the division? Oh, that
Media Matters going to clip that big
my
time.
God.
All right, go ahead.
But what you're seeing now is.
Would you talk?
Sorry, no.
Would you
I'm
talk?
laughing at him. What you're seeing now is the separation in the Democratic Party, all right, as well. And I think it's more dangerous for them than it is for the Republicans at the moment. Because right now, with the Democrats, you've got all those people in D.C., what's probably 4% of the Democratic Party possibly that are those like crazy left-wing, crazy woke.
But they run it.
They are militarized,
Yep.
they are well organized,
Yep.
and they are well funded.
Yep.
And the script has flipped on them,
Yep.
unfortunately.
Or let me throw a question out there. Has the script been flipped, or was this the script the entire time?
No, I think the script has been flipped because if you go back to look at the George Floyd incident.
Yeah.
One cop makes a mistake, now all cops are bad.
Yep.
All right, so 4 to 5% of the Democratic Party are losing their minds, and Americans are looking at this, and now it's flipped. I don't care who runs. Trump's got it. If it continues and we keep seeing this stuff go on, all this craziness, I'm telling you, America's gonna flip.
I wish
on
I
them.
had that little.
Here's what I'm going to
optimism.
say. And by the way, we need you to hit that like button right now. The more you like, the more you follow, the more you share, the more people come in, the more they can see the truth. I will say this, that if we have a real election, Trump has it, just like he had it in 2020. If we have a real election, Trump has it. The question is, are we even going to be allowed to have a real election in the first place? But I will give Todd a little bit of credit here. There is someone that believes that Donald Trump might actually win this thing. Go to the article first here. So Zelensky, Ukraine, talking about things here. Zelensky is unsure if Trump would support Ukraine if elected. Vladimir, or no, that's Putin.
Your turn.
Zelensky
It's Monday, guys.
Is having all of these issues right now because nobody's talking about Ukraine. We got viral videos of some high up Ukrainian person's daughter celebrating her birthday, rolling around in a G-Wagon, throwing out tens of thousands of whatever their currency
nice
is
car.
in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there for her birthday, because that's what people in war-torn countries do. But Zelensky is worried about Trump getting it. And then he throws a shot across the bow at Trump. And here's my question. If Zelensky wasn't worried that Trump might actually get this thing, why would he be doing this? Play the clip.
Good point.
President Zelensky, former President Trump, who is the GOP frontrunner, has said that if he is reelected, he could end this war in 24 hours.
And he could.
What is your reaction and message to former President Trump about that?
Former President Trump said that about 24 hours that he can manage it and finish the war. For me, what can I say? So he's very welcome, first of all. President Biden was here and I think he understood some details.
Pause.
Which you can
Pause. Did you
understand.
see what he just said? President Biden was here, and I think he understood some details. Go back just like 10 seconds. Watch that. Look, this dude knows.
I think he understood
this
some
dude
details.
knows. Play it. Watch this.
He can manage it and finish the war. For me, what can I say? So he's very welcome,
Here we
first of
go.
all. President Biden was here and I think he understood some details, which you can understand
like maybe
only
two.
being here. So I invite President Trump, if he can come here, I will need 24 minutes. Yes, 24 minutes, not more. Пояснити, yes, not more, 24 minutes to explain President Trump that he can't manage this war. He can't bring peace because of the Putin.
What war?
But always we have if. If he's not trying and if he's not ready to give our territory for this terrible man, for the Putin. If you are not ready to give it, if you are not ready to give our independence, he can't manage it.
Okay, stop. All right. First of all, I thought
Good
that was
God.
very telling that he was like, I think President Biden understood some things.
Maybe,
I think he
possibly.
did, but go back to the image of him just really quick. This is a man desperate for attention. That's a great freeze frame. This is a man desperate for attention because his paycheck, his freaking Social Security, his
retirement's not coming in
his
anymore,
Stuff
yeah.
is
It's
being
not just
cut off.
his. It's Biden's too.
Yeah.
Don't forget
10%
that.
for the big
Yeah,
guy.
don't forget about that 10%.
And here's another thing: if Trump is president, he's not coming to your crappy country.
Yeah. No, he's not.
You can come to the White House and he'll tell you what it is and where you can go. And then he'll do the same thing for Putin because Putin didn't do crap under Trump either. And so anyway, like I said, he's got a big button, as he told Kim Jong-un, and my button's bigger than yours. All right. We got World War III updates. We got stuff going on across here. So are nukes being discussed in Israel? Yes, they actually are. And thankfully,
As an
Netanyahu fired the individuals that were talking about it. Israel minister suspended after calling nuking Gaza an option. Heritage minister, whatever. Statements are not based in reality, Prime Minister Netanyahu says. I find this more scary than not. Good for Netanyahu for saying, no, we're not going nukes. But the fact that it's happened internally, I must remind you, Netanyahu is not the most liked person by military aspects and things right now. The fact that they're actually talking about it, very, very worrisome. Very, very worrisome. But there's more so than that. Blinken is, and what a stupid name, Blinken. Blinken meets with Palestinian Authority President Abbas in West Bank amid growing settler violence. So again, why is Blinken back there? And then keep going. We got another one here. There we go. Let's listen to what he has to say right here. This is about, what is this, attacks in Iraq?
Or he was visiting Iraq in his trip over there.
Oh, he's in Iraq.
Yeah.
Okay, even worse. All right, here we go. Play it.
At the same time, it was very important to send a very clear message to anyone who might seek to take advantage of the conflict in Gaza to threaten our personnel here or anywhere else in the region. Don't do it. I made very clear that the attacks, the threats coming from militia that are aligned with Iran are totally unacceptable.
Pause
and
it.
we will
Bro,
take
nobody's
every
Is
necessary...
anybody? Yeah, he looks.
I'm
scared of
shaking in
you.
my boots.
He looks like he's a hostage reading a card to
No
the
kidding.
camera. I have been unharmed, and I am alive and well, and my captors have taken great care of me.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. In fact, that's going to be Biden's campaign slogan. Biden Harris 2024. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
This
sounds
is a
like
good
what you're-
comment right here. LOL, don't. And he gets the reply. Or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that bothers me. All right. And so we're going to go through the conspiracy time with Graham for a minute. Here's the problem I have. The next one. Go to the next one. CIA chief is visiting Israel and other Middle East nations as war in Gaza grinds on. Look, I don't know if you've ever watched any movie ever. Anytime the CIA starts having any kind of, and I know I'm not basing this off movies like The President. I'm saying.
Did you watch Mission Impossible last night?
I knew that was coming.
I did actually.
Did you actually?
No, I'm just
okay.
kidding. Look, this, but those parts in movies are based on real life stuff here. Okay, these 3-letter organizations know what's going on before everybody else does.
Yeah.
I don't like that the head of the CIA is visiting in Israel and other Middle Eastern countries. Does it tell us what other places he's going? Why it matters. Burns' trip is part of Biden administration's ongoing engagement with key parties in an effort to get a humanitarian pause in fighting and prevent a regional war.
It's down there.
He's going to Qatar.
Qatar. He's also Jordan and the UAE.
Yeah, that's my point. Like all of this is weird. You're going to Qatar?
Yeah.
Well, that's where the leader of Hamas lives, right?
Yeah, but Qatar is where people used to go on 4-day passes
Yeah,
during the war.
exactly.
Like, oh, Qatar's nice. Go visit Qatar.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, the CIA being involved in any of this, like doing these almost like Advon party things out there to stuff. In fact, can we go to? We'll do Russia first. I'm trying to decide which one I want to do first. All right, but all this is going on while Putin made some headlines 4 days ago by signing a bill revoking Russia's ratification of a global nuclear test ban treaty. In other words, Putin said, screw you guys. I'm going to test as many missiles and nukes as I want to. And he did. Do we have video of this?
There's no video.
Yeah, there is. There's a video right there.
Not bad. Never mind.
There's no video on this clip.
The video's right
Play
in front of
it.
me.
Watch this. Literally the next day. Make it big so everybody can see it. Here we go. Russia's defense ministry says its new nuclear-powered submarine tested an intercontinental missile. Look at that. Shining beacon into the sky. Russian defense ministry, it says. Does it give us any more intel on this thing during the video, or does it just show it taking off?
Just show it
Taking
taking
off.
off.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically Putin's response to Blinken and Biden's don't.
Yeah,
Right there.
So at the same time that the
basically his
CIA and
response.
Blinken is doing all this stuff, in the background, Russia is doing all these things. What did you say about this missile, Zach? What
So
were
the
you
missile
telling me
can
about it?
go. The missile. Oh, wrong one. Missile can go 5,000 miles. That's how far it can, and it can carry 6 nuclear warheads. So, and then also in the
5,000
article,
miles.
it also says that the Kremlin says that the relations with Washington are currently below 0. So,
Wow.
All right, here we go. This is where it starts to get interesting. This is where you need to hit the like button. This is where you
Hit
need to
that
share
panic
it
button.
because it's fixing to get interesting right here. Now, these are breaking reports per Fox News Pentagon producers here that the U.S. has deployed over 17,200 military personnel to the Middle East.
Oh.
This deployment includes 12,000 sailors on the USS Ford and Eisenhower carrier strike groups, 4,000 sailors and Marines with the Bataan Amphibious Ready Group, and an additional 1,200 troops deployed to the region. So, and you can see some of the images here. Click on that. Oh, is that the sailor send-off pose?
That's
is
it. That's the
is?
Ike right there. And that's a total, because it didn't say deployed a total, it said deploying. So that's a total of 21,700 troops that have been deployed to the region.
Yeah, again,
so far.
if you want to talk about things that just don't make sense
man.
for actual ceasefires and all this other kind of stuff, these are the actions that people take when they're readying, posturing for war, people. And also, why is nobody paying attention to the fact that Putin is trying out these new missiles?
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, whatever. Like.
I mean, what are you going to say to him if you're Biden?
A
Like,
week and a half from now, they're going to talk about the fact of U.S. wants to give more sanctions for Russia for trying out new. They're always about a week and a half behind us on this kind of stuff here. All right. Pray up, arm yourselves, people. It's coming. I'm telling you, war's coming. I don't know what else to tell you other than that. War's coming. But the thing is, what are we actually going to fight for? That's my question, is if world war is coming, here in America, what are people actually going to fight for? Because I got to be honest with you, I look out over everything that is going on, especially some of the images that we saw this weekend, where we have, it seems to be more pro-Palestine people in America, more pro, and I hate to say it like this, Islam, which is behind all of it all as well. And God forbid you're a Christian during all this kinds of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. This is deadly serious. And you need to hit the like button. You need to hit the share button, because this is where we're getting into the real stuff. What has happened to our country? Where are we at? And how in the world did we get here? Did you have something to say?
Yeah, so this is, I mean, guys, this is what you got going on right now. And it's a combination of the Twilight Zone, the Upside Down, and the multiverse that we're in right now. You literally have hundreds of thousands of people waving a flag in Washington that was celebrating the murder of thousands of innocent Americans after 9/11. That flag was celebrating the murder of our people. And now it's waving 100 yards from the front door of the White House. In the meantime,
it's not waving.
Yeah. In the meantime,
they're attacking the gates of the White House.
The America's flag is offensive.
Yeah, well, it's just like Tucker Carlson said, and we're going to go to the video here in a minute. American flag, burn it, spit on it, poop on it. People have even done that. Like, nobody, you're not allowed to get upset, right? Because that's their First Amendment right. But now you got all these, like I said, women raping, baby killing supporters. Okay? I don't care. And here's where I have an issue. People are like, oh, well, Israel's doing all this stuff too. I'm not saying that in the fog of war, Israel has not bombed and made some mistakes in bombing some stuff. Okay? As we talked about, people that have actually been to war, you know, there are things that freaking happen that aren't good. Women and children and innocent people get hurt when war starts. That's why we don't want war to happen. But you don't see people storming the White House with the Israeli flag.
Nope.
You don't see people storming the White House with the American flag. You see them storming the White House with the Palestinian flag. Go to the video here. Let's start looking through some of these videos. This was over the weekend here. This is the United States. You don't even have to really play the video. Just show this image. Do you know how hard it is to organize this many people?
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you think somebody just put a Facebook post out and all these people shut up? No, this is calculated. This is organized. This is deliberate, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how much. Can we go full screen real quick? I want them to see a bigger image of this. Look at all those people. Try to count them real quick. I'm serious.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Look, this is calculated. This is not by accident. And here's the bigger thing. Come back to me on this. This is happening worldwide.
Yeah,
we've already talked about this. Australia, France, London, Germany.
Rome.
They're storming the embassies in Turkey,
Canada,
Iraq,
They touched
Canada.
an Air Force base in Turkey the other day with our.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. This stuff is intentional. They're taking over everywhere. There's a video of a massive Muslim prayer in the middle of Times Square, I believe, or it was Brooklyn.
No, it was Times Square.
Okay.
It was Times Square.
Yeah, and then people were just like, "This isn't Iraq. This is New York, where this is happening." Which again, this is America. Got it. You want to have your own religion, fine. But can you imagine?
We had a prayer rally in Manhattan.
Christians shut down Times Square
Oh, my
to do
God.
this. Here's what I can promise you. And if I'm wrong, then tell me. But here's what I can promise you. They didn't get no permit for that.
Nope.
This is what I can promise you. But Christians, good luck trying to get permits to do things all the
probably
time.
get arrested.
And everybody wants to talk about, oh, well, Sean Foyt's doing it. He's the only one.
Yeah.
And it has been a nightmare. I know Sean personally. It is a nightmare every step of the way, all the time. But here's what we got to talk about. And this is where you need to share this video, because we got people spending time in prison. Literally, a dude just went to prison for a meme. And we've got people desecrating statues here. These are pro-Hamas people. Here we go. Play it. Look at that. Palestine flag wrapped all over it. All right, next video. We got more. Oh, these are images. This is great right here.
Video.
Look at that. Pause it. Pause that video right there.
Is that Deathstroke?
If that doesn't piss you off.
That's Ben Franklin, right?
Yeah. When they're wrapping the freaking whatever they call it
Can you
across
make
his
that
head.
bigger?
I don't think he can zoom in. If it's
Oh,
not
okay.
a photo. But we do have some. Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
What is he wearing?
If you play it or if you move it a little bit, you might be able to see his face. It's like a purge mask, but it's
think it's
Palestinian
painted.
colors.
No, that's
That ain't that dude's face.
Dude, that's a Rey Mysterio mask or something.
Either
Man.
way, look, dude, try to get him looking at us real quick, because this is why you need to share this video here, because here's the thing. There, right there.
Bam.
Okay, now go up. Look, this is like a scene from The Purge.
It
Come
really
back
is.
to us a little bit on
Yeah.
here. So look, if I saw this, I'm just being honest.
I'd shoot him.
I'd shoot him.
Yeah, I'm serious.
You
Like-
coming at me like that? Me and my kids were talking about this the other day. You know, they haven't seen a scary movie in their life, but they're super obsessed with like the scary movie, like Michael Myers and all that stuff, because all the older kids talk about it. They were like, "What would you do if you saw Michael Myers? Run, shoot first, ask questions later." They're like, "You wouldn't try to fight him?" But like, son, a man that walks around like that wants to hurt you, there's something else wrong there. I ain't asking no questions. This is some purge stuff right here. This is it literally looks like this is somebody filming a new movie of The Purge. Yeah, like, you understand what I'm saying?
Like, why
this
does he want
is
his
not
face covered?
normal. Well,
He's probably telling
because he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
He's on the watch list.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Look, again, my point is simply this. This is not normal. Okay. Oh, it's his First Amendment right, Grandma. He can do whatever. Fine. Why is his face covered up like that? Why is this look the way that it does? That's not normal.
Nope.
Yeah.
You are not safe here in America. That's the thing. Nobody is safe anymore. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. One more time. Nobody's safe, because the enemy is already freaking here. Go back out to some of the videos or some of the images. No. Back. Get out of this big screen thing right here. All right, here we go. Free Palestine. Look at that. Genocide something gets...
Genocide Joe.
Genocide Joe gets...
See, they're turning on him.
gets hard. Killing babies. Free Palestine. All right, next. There's another
And see,
photo.
that's not freedom right there. That's spray paint. All right, that's called a felony.
Look at this. Look at this. This is America, ladies and gentlemen. What are we talking? What are we doing here? This is America. Oh, Grandma, it's their free speech. They weren't doing
that's not free
They weren't
speech.
doing anything wrong. They weren't doing anything. Okay, next video. Next video. Go to it. Right there.
Play.
There we go. This is the gate. It's gates of the White House.
Literally 100
Literally
yards.
the gates of the White House. Pause it. Right there.
Imagine
The
they would've-
president of the United States, and again, I'm no Joe Biden fan. He's 20 feet from them.
Mm-hmm.
Look. Here's my question, and I want you guys, and this is where look. I don't. We can't zoom into me, but listen to me. I want you to think really well, and I want you to think about this. Okay, the White House is the most guarded building in the world. Okay, there's snipers at all times.
Yep.
Okay, why are these people not dead?
That's a good question.
Let me and look, I'm not hoping that people die. I'm asking this question, and if you agree with this, you need to hit that like button. Or if you have questions like I do, you need to hit that like button. You need to share this far and wide. These people, can you mute it and play it?
Yeah.
While I talk, play it. Look, these people,
shaking the
they're
gates.
shaking the gate. Why are they not dead in their tracks right now? Can you imagine if it was us?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
We would all be dead. Why are the snipers there? After they get past the gate, then they can shoot them on the lawn? What? Look, what are we doing?
They're climbing the gate.
And look, it's literally right there. Pause it.
He's got his flag stuck through the gate.
Look how close they are to the White House. What are we doing? Go back to the beginning and just play it. Keep the volume off. Look, how is that not violence towards the White House, towards the President of the United States? How are these people still alive? These are the questions that go through my head all the time. I know the White House. I know the Secret Service. I know all the people they got up there. The best snipers in the world
Are on top of that
top
building.
of the White House 24/7. When are they supposed to shoot people? Once they break the gate down?
It's too late. That happens.
It's too
that
late.
many people, it's too late.
Look, hey, I am not condoning violence. I am asking a question. That dude that was on top of the freaking gate should have caught one right between the eyes. And you know what would have happened? The whole crowd would have dispersed. The second and a half. Look, wait till the guy gets up on the gate. And this may be making some of y'all mad. I don't know, but you need to share this right now, because why am I the only one asking these questions? Why am I the only one wondering where are the Secret Service? Why is nobody doing anything? That guy. The second that dude started climbing that fence,
Pow!
He should have caught a 7.62
Or at least a rubber bullet in the back of the head. I mean something. Paintball, anything.
That is the gate to the White House. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm no fan of Joe Biden, but why is nobody asking a question about this? That is the gate to the White House. He's almost over it. What is the point of having security and snipers in the most secure building in the world? Oh, why didn't they get shot, Graham? Because they're waving pro-Palestine flags.
And because Biden was probably in the bunker during that. I'd be willing to bet.
Who cares?
He's probably in Delaware.
Who cares?
Or the beach.
You know,
He's on the beach.
It doesn't, but it doesn't matter. Like, why is nobody asking these questions? You know how you stop these things happening? That dude's catching a bullet right there. And this is not me saying, I hope people die. This is me saying, like, this is the White House. Yo, this is the White House.
This is not some random police station or something like that.
It's not.
This is the leader of the free world.
If this would have been in Moscow,
Oh,
on Putin's yard,
one of those folks would have been dead.
Look.
Completely
And this
different.
is going to make a lot of people mad, but you need to share this because I'm fixing to say it. Lord help me. No, go back to the image.
I didn't mean to exit out.
Look, this is the White House. This is not the Capitol building. There is a difference.
Oh, yeah.
There is a big difference. Okay?
I agree.
The White House is
Much more secure.
no, it's not that. It's much more. It is to try to storm the White House. The Capitol building is the people's house.
That's the beacon.
If anything, people got a right to go into the people's house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, like when COVID happened and they shut down the Capitol building, like nobody can come in here. That ain't your house, chick. That's our house. We can do what we want to in here. The White House is a different thing, man.
Completely.
And again, so you have a problem with January 6th people with American flags going into the Capitol building, which is the people's house, but you ain't got no problem with people waving Palestine flags, climbing the gates of the White House. And buddy, go back to, and I don't know if this is the White House police or the Secret Service.
He's just on the radio.
Right there.
He's on the radio.
Oh, it's the police. Okay. He's just hanging out.
He talking to mama.
There ain't no gun out. There ain't no taser out. There ain't nothing. What the crap? What are we doing?
Like, either that's the strongest gate in history right there.
It ain't that strong. Did you see how they
that's
were
what I'm
shaking
saying,
it?
Or that is literally like the dumbest police officer on the planet, because that gate breaks, that dude's dead.
Ladies and gentlemen,
like, he's gone.
The right person can throw a baseball into the window at the White House from there. Mm-hmm. I'm just being for real. Like I don't know if you've been to D.C. That gate ain't that far from the White House.
That's also a wide-angled lens, so it makes it look further than it actually is.
And
like,
it don't look that far.
Yeah.
All right.
It's much closer.
Next
than it
video. Next video. Well, I'm just asking questions here. How did that?
You're not supposed to.
How did that take place? Why am I the only one asking the question? Where was the Secret Service?
And this is literally like, I mean,
look at this.
This is insane.
Play it. Nothing justifies genocide.
Look at that thing, man.
Look at them.
And they're painting the walls
And
red,
they're spray painting the White House. Desecrate. There ain't no federal laws against spray painting the White House. Are you freaking kidding me right now?
And Ashley Babbitt was killed for climbing through a window. I mean, that's the comment right here.
Look at that. Look at this. Look. Bloody handprints all over the front gates of the White House. What?
Yeah, Ryan Shoemate, credit to you, buddy.
What?
Ashley Babbitt was shot for climbing through a window.
And Ashley Babbitt, I've told this story before. I have to live with this for the rest of my life. The very last tweet that Ashley Babbitt, they've deleted her account since. The very last tweet she shared was mine. Very last tweet Ashley Babbitt shared was mine. Ashley Babbitt followed the show. Ashley Babbitt listened to me and all this other kind of stuff. And she went into the Capitol. She's the only person that died. But yet you got people doing this stuff. Next, keep going. More videos. We got more videos. Don't worry.
This is Secret Service.
This is them actually going at it with Secret Service. Secret Service is trying to take this down.
And understand, they have to take this sign down for visual. They have got to be able to see what's on the other side of that fence.
At least one dude had his hand on his weapon right here for like 5 seconds. Dude, mace these people.
Something.
CS gas these people.
God, dude.
There are non-lethal ways to deal with this. CS all these people. Look how close the White House is. It's right
like
there.
These dudes are smiling. They're smiling.
Look.
Oh,
what?
Man. Oh, my God.
What are we doing?
Those are the most calmest officers on the planet, because I am telling you, I would be ninja kicking the
Are they the most calmest people on the planet, or is it all part of it, Todd?
Man,
is it all part of it? I have said from the beginning, I love... These are Secret Service guys, right? We know that.
Yeah.
I love the Capitol Police, all the above, but there's some weird stuff going on.
There's comments in here,
go ahead.
Something does make sense. The only thing that checks here, the only thing that can make sense is A, the Secret Service and those guys are not doing anything about it. B, if that crowd wanted through that gate, they could have got through it. So maybe they were all paid to be there. I mean, does it matter?
Okay,
I'm just saying. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
No. Was that a comment or was that you?
Well, that's a bunch of a lot of people are commenting.
All right, here we go. Like this video, share this video, follow this page if you agree with this. Okay, if somebody is at the front gate of your house,
oh man,
and they are pulling the things there, are you like, well, if they really wanted in here, they'd be in here? No.
Yeah.
Are we? Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Do you understand how crazy that is? How crazy that thought process is? At minimum, they should be. You want to talk about a place where there ain't no questions asked about nothing? If you show so much as any aggression whatsoever, it used to be, buddy, you got took out. Whether that be CS gas, whether that be a rubber bullet, whether that be a real bullet. You just don't hang out and try to climb the fence and start trying to push you just don't do that. This is the White House. The White House. Nobody's trying to do nothing. When they're just standing there. Does nobody have any questions? Why they're just they're not even in defensive positions. Guns or tasers not unholstered in any way.
It's almost like they're just like, oh, this is kind of a little bit of a break for us. We're just chilling.
They're kind of just hanging out. Mm-hmm. What in the world? Am I the only one wondering why? This is like how did it even get to that point? None of it
And
makes
let's
sense.
let's just go back for a second.
None of it makes
and go
sense.
back in history and replay this in a different time in American history. Right after World War II, right after Vietnam, if Germans and Japanese people were waving their flags in front of the White House like this, or Vietnam folks were doing that, what do you think would happen? Shaking on the gate, hollering, screaming, cussing, spray painting. Yeah, somebody'd have a whole lot much more than a headache.
The difference is this is a Palestine flag versus, go to the article, American flags,
Period.
don't tread on me flags. Go to the article, Zach. American flags, the one you're on right now.
Oh, my bad.
The
I thought
American
you could-
flag, the Trump 2020
Let's move into a flag
flags,
article.
the don't tread on me flags. Here's my question. Will these people be held to the same standards? January 6th rioter accused, not even like know that he did it. He's accused of ripping officers' gas mask, sentenced to 7 years in prison. Where was the trial for that? You notice the wording in here is really, really interesting. Not January 6th rioter convicted of ripping. January 6th rioter accused is sentenced to 7 years in prison. This was 3 days ago. What? What are we talking about? Now, look, if you don't agree with the January 6th thing, which I've said it again and again, that was the biggest hook, line, and sinker we've ever walked into.
Yeah, buddy.
But you can't have it both ways. What's going to happen to these people that have infiltrated our country? The real terrorists that have infiltrated our country. I don't even recognize this country anymore.
Nope.
We got more people supporting baby-killing, women-raping terrorists than we do people going to church.
Yep.
We got people that make a living, and I'm going to go on Christian rant for a minute. We got Christians that make a living tearing apart other Christians on the internet. Yeah, I talk a lot of crap. I really do. I really do. But at the end of the day, if you believe in the good news, which is the virgin birth, which is the sinless life of Christ, which is the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus, look, the rest of this crap is, well, it's not crap. The rest of this stuff is secondary issues here, okay? But we got people that are making a living, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, that are heresy hunters. And that's all they do, is they go and they attack every single pastor, every single Christian influencer they can find across the board. Now, let me preface, there are some people that need to have it handed to them. All right, you little LGBTQ supporting people in the church and all that other stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that are different denominations that are attacking other people. We can do that all day. But Christians, where are you? Where are you? Because they're coming after you. They're coming after you. Far-right MAGA theocrats, most dangerous threat to America. What does that mean? That means if you're a MAGA supporter or if you're a Christian, you're the threat to America.
Yeah.
Remember the FBI, I almost said the far right. Remember the far gone FBI has created an additional arm to track Trump supporters. They've also said that Christian nationalism is the biggest threat to our democracy, which we're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Any idiot that says that, you know right away, this dummy don't know what they're talking about. Christians are being targeted. Donald Trump supporters are being targeted because here's the thing. Whether you're a Christian and you like Donald Trump or not, you're in the same boat. They put you in there together. We're all in this thing together, dog. Whether you don't like Jesus or you don't like Trump, or you like Trump, maybe you don't like Jesus, or you like Jesus, you don't like Trump, guess what? They put you all in the same boat together. We're all in the same boat together. If you're a Christian and you do like Donald Trump, you might as well be a Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But the real Nazis, the real terrorists, run free with no issues here. What's the next one? The next article. What's that? Oh, here we go. This is how crazy our news is. Former Playboy White House reporter. What? What? Former Playboy White House reporter says MAGA and Christian nationalism are bigger threat to U.S. than Hamas. Christians, hello. Trump supporters, Hello? They're telling you that they're tracking you. The FBI's tracking you all day, every day. What you're doing, what you're spending your money on, what you're on social media about. Christians, while 70% of you refuse to vote, while you're tucking your little head, going to your church once a week, and then you don't act like Christians the rest of the week, that's another topic for another day. They're coming after you. Go back to the article just one more time. MAGA and Christian nationalism are bigger threat to U.S. than Hamas. Brian Kareem argued that the House under Speaker Johnson offers a discount version of the apocalyptic orgasm the holy rollers have dreamed of for years. I would expect nothing less than a former Playboy White House reporter. Go down. Let's see if we can find a quote from this genius here. He condemned Johnson and MAGA wing of the Republican Party for embracing the darkest verses of the Bible and pushing for the apocalypse. He went on to claim that the House of Representatives, now run by Johnson, offers a discount version. Yeah, we already read that. Donald Trump supporters and Christians are a bigger threat to America than Hamas, to the invasions in our southern border, to LGBTQ woke ideology. We have depression running more rampant than ever before in our young people. We have people believing that they're not who they actually are. We have people confused and murdering themselves daily. We have the threat of nuclear world war at our door while our enemies are testing out their bombs. We are allowing pro-terrorist protesters to storm the White House, but it's you, the MAGA supporter and or Christian, that are the threat to democracy. I got nothing, man. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you here. You better wake up. You better wake up. Republican, you better wake up. Conservative, you better wake up. Trump supporter, you better wake up. Christian, because they're coming after you. Go back to the video of them pushing the gate one more time. I just want to put this in here. Put the volume down and just play the video. Testing Zach's time skills. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Okay.
Sorry.
Boy.
As this is going on, make it full screen. As this is going on, the Christians are more of a threat to our democracy than the people that are waving pro-terrorist flags and literally storming the gates of the White House right now. But those of you going to church on Sunday, you're the real threat. Speaker Mike Johnson saying that he has a biblical worldview because he's a Christian. That is a bigger threat to our democracy than these people. What does that say about us as a country? And what does that say to the original question? If World War III happens, what are we actually fighting to protect anymore? I don't recognize this America. Do you? Doesn't look like the America I know. Doesn't look like the America I was taught to love and support. It looks like a tainted, nefarious, infested, infected version of the American dream and the American ideals. Yes, Todd.
All right. And for my Christian people that are watching and are commenting here, I've seen this a couple times. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Jesus was a gentle person, probably the most gentle in history of manhood. He was characterized as the Lamb. He was called the Lamb of God, but also he was also referred to as a roaring lion. And Jesus got angry too. Okay,
and when he got angry, he did something about it.
He flipped over tables. He chased people out of the temple with a whip that he made. He screamed at the disciples for falling asleep. He screamed at the leaders, the temple leaders, for being pit vipers and not listening. So yeah, he was gentle.
Savage. Jesus was savage too,
but he was also a lion. Now, guys, it's time to be a lion. All right, it's time to be a lion.
For everybody commenting that, I've said this at many churches that I've spoken in, and you know, if you can find it in the Bible, let me know. Jesus dined with sinners. Jesus hung out with sinners, and that is true. That is in the Bible, but there's no place in the Bible where it says he was invited back. Jesus was your friend, sure, but he told you the truth. This is the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, go out there. Go ahead. Christian, go out there with your Bible and tell them how much Jesus loves them, which you should. But what are you going to do when they come at you? Okay, Jesus also gave us wisdom and discernment for times of peace and times of war. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not headed down the direction of times of peace. Again, this is America. This is our home. This is our home. And if these people showed up at your home, oh, Jesus was gentle, Jesus was meek, he loved everybody, I guarantee none of you would be acting the same way if it was at your house. But here's the thing. We're letting this stuff happen. We're letting these people come in. You can't even go to a concert without having to be worried about what's going on. Palestinian riots everywhere. What are we talking about? We're losing our home. And it's that there's a difference between being meek and a wimp. Meek means that you have the ability to slit someone's throat if you need to, and through wisdom and discernment in Jesus, you're meek in nature. But don't get it twisted.
That's right.
You come on up in this house, there's no virtue in being weak. There's no virtue, oh, he's such a peaceful guy. Yeah, because he can't do anything. Jordan Peterson, credit where credit's due. Oh, there's such a virtue in him choosing to turn the other cheek. Well, that's all he can do because he can't fight to save his life. What are you talking about? Now is the time to be prepared for what's actually going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's like saying, well, in the end, Jesus wins, so there's no point. What? Where in the Bible does it give you permission to lie down and just take it? Where? Where is that? That ain't in there. You might as well give up the fight now. Every single one of you should be out there ministering to those people, if that's how you feel about it. I bet you want somebody with a gun. I agree with you 100%. Jesus was meek. Jesus loved everybody. He was also God, man. He was also the Son of God. What are you talking about? It's like
So for Genro 84, so what's the solution for those of us who are awake and listening? This is a genuine question. How do we turn this around?
You don't.
You don't.
It's too late.
We can't.
Too late.
Unfortunately, this is the best I got to say to you guys is we try our best and we work extremely hard behind the scenes, not to just give you guys videos and articles and things like that, but to come up with a solution or to come up with something. I got nothing, guys. I don't. I really don't.
The time for turning it around is done, guys.
And
like it really is. Do I want war? No. Do I see it as an inevitability? Well, if you believe the Bible, it is. Do I see the wheels of war turning? Yes. Do I think that the American government can be saved without any kind of altercation whatsoever? No.
No way.
I don't. No, zero chance. Nothing, nada, zip. So what can you do? The only thing you can do is if you got kids, you can try to make them better than we've been because we got nobody to blame. Well, actually, I mean, we're sitting here trying to fight by informing as best we can, but that's how it starts. It starts with a voice, and then the voice has to manifest into something else that actually changes the tide.
And
our parents are to blame.
Yeah.
If we're being really honest. Our parents are to blame because they allowed it to get this way. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. You need to pray up. You need to arm yourselves because this is only going to get worse. That's the show, guys. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. We live in a country where people go to jail for a meme, but you can storm the White House with a Palestinian flag and you're fine. And Christians and Maga supporters are the biggest threat to our democracy. All the while, our enemies are testing rockets and nuclear capacities in this war that is brewing in the Middle East. And that's where we are. We need you, if you enjoyed this episode, to hit that like button, hit the follow button if this is your first time, and make sure to comment in the comment section because we do go back and we do try to answer as many of you as possible. And also make sure to share this far and wide. Zach, say
See
goodbye.
you guys again tomorrow.
Todd, do it.
Let us pray. Guys, I'm going to have to keep my eyes open because I got some people requesting prayer. So let us pray. Lord, Father, we just thank you for everything that you've given us, Lord. We thank you for this great experiment that is called America. And right now, God, this country needs you more than it probably ever has and probably ever will. But first, Lord, I'd just like to first off start off by praying for our new brother in the family, Ron, that literally this past Wednesday, due to the show and coming to the show and being a follower of the show, that we were given the opportunity to lead and be a part of Ron here being saved and baptized on Wednesday. And Lord, I just pray for his strength. I pray that he continues on the path to knowledge, to sanctification, Lord. And I just ask that you keep him strong. Lord, I pray for, it's either Mira or Jesse. Her and her husband have strayed away from church for a while now, and she asked for prayer. Lord, I just pray for that family and that the Holy Spirit, comes to them and then gives them the strength and the power to get themselves and their families back right in church and back right with you. Lord, I pray for Miss Kelly Austin Porter, whose son right now is a member of the United States military, and Lord, our military members need protection. So Lord, I thank you for Ron. I ask you to just protect these people, be with these, Lord, answer these prayers and any other prayer requests we have. Father, you be with our listeners. And Lord, most of all, and most importantly, we thank you for your son, Jesus Christ. We thank you for the lamb that was sacrificed, Lord. And we thank you for his resurrection. And Father, I thank you for another day, and let us get on to tomorrow. And all God's people said.
Amen.
Amen.
And as always, I'm Graham Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Believe in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.